Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I will tell you how to plan for having a great year in the stock market, how you can generate 20% in 2026. It will be pretty helpful for you if you have a portfolio that is too diversified and you want a more focused portfolio. So I will give you some tips, some tools so that you enter 2026 the best possible way. Okay. In case this is your first video from this channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Noor. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year annually. And every start of the year, you ask the same question: how can I make this portfolio better? How can I have a good performance in the stock market for this new year? It's a very good question. So here are a couple of tips you can use for your own portfolio right now, right away. First of all, you want to clean the portfolio up. Maybe you have too many stocks. Maybe you have stocks that have lost 80%. Maybe you have stocks that you don't really understand, companies that you don't really understand. So I want you to ask a couple of questions with your diversified portfolio. One, how many stocks do you have in your portfolio? A good portfolio to really outperform the market, I would say on average, should not have more than 30 stocks. If you have more than 30 stocks, you can ask even the second question: do I understand all the businesses I have? Do I understand all the stocks that are present in my portfolio? So you get a review, the most important stock in your portfolio, the second most important stock, down to the list, down to the last one. Do you really understand what you own? Understand meaning, do you understand how they make money, who their customers are, the kind of products they have, services, if they have pricing power, where are they located geographically speaking, what are the growth drivers, is the business enjoying a wide moat, do you have competitive advantages or not, what are the risks, what are the threats, and what is the valuation? If you don't know how to answer these questions, maybe you don't know these businesses enough. Maybe you don't deserve to own these stocks. Maybe you want to clean this up, clean this stock out of your portfolio. Okay, entering 2026, the markets are high, the markets are expensive. You want some conviction in your portfolio. So you want to only be invested in companies that you understand really well, that are inside your circle of competence. A quick test to know if something is within your circle of competence is to say, can I pitch the investment idea to a child in 1 minute? Can you explain in simple words what the business does to a child in 1 minute? If you cannot, it's too hard for you. If you cannot, it's outside of your circle of competence. That's very simple, but you want to clean your portfolio very well at the beginning of 2026 so that you can have a very nice performance, 20% performance, 25, 15, anything like this to outperform the market this year. By the way, if you want to become a better investor and improve your performance, I have a coaching program. It gives you the exact method I've used to generate 25% per year for almost a decade. More on that at the end of the video. Now that you have filtered out the companies that you didn't really understand, it's about valuation. The second point I have is to sell stocks unless you have a backlog that is huge and already ready for 2026. So, some stocks are cheap, some stocks are expensive. What do you consider expensive? I would consider expensive stocks that have a P/E ratio above 40. Yeah, that's expensive. P/E ratio of 30, maybe that's fine, at the upper limit. P/E ratio of 40, too expensive. Maybe you own stocks that are trading at 40 times earnings. Do you really believe in the thesis? Or do you want to sell overvalued stocks like this? You have to ask one simple question: will the growth reaccelerate? If the growth reaccelerates, then a premium valuation is deserved. If the growth is not reaccelerating, then the premium is not deserved. And if you don't know whether the growth is reaccelerating or not, maybe it's out of your circle of competence. Back to point number one. So for all the overvalued stocks you have in your portfolio, maybe now is a good time to sell them. This is not financial advice. You do whatever with your portfolio, with your capital, but buying and holding into overvalued stocks just because the stock is going up is not a wise strategy. So now I want to talk about something else with the backlog, because sometimes you have expensive companies that have a moat, that have amazing margins, and you have a premium. Let's say a PE ratio of 40, 45. You have some companies that are already selling all their stuff for 2026. You have a backlog of 1 year. One example is Micron, ticker symbol MU. They recently announced that they already sold out everything for 2026, pre-ordered everything. And now you start to have some rumors that everything will be sold out for 2027. You have supply and demand problems in this industry. Chips, memory chips. So Micron is a special animal. For all the other stocks that are overvalued, maybe it's a good time to sell them. Things that are crazy overvalued. Okay, so you want to check the guidance, you want to check the backlog. If this is disappointing, maybe you can sell them. If this is not disappointing and the backlog is huge, the demand is huge, maybe these are a hold. Okay, so a PE ratio of 40 doesn't mean an automatic sell. It depends on the situation. The third point I have is, now that you have maybe sold some stocks in your portfolio, what do you buy? In 2025, 2026, AI is in full force, and all the companies will implement AI. I want you to ask a simple question. For all the companies you have in your portfolio, how will they implement AI? Will AI disrupt them, or will AI be implemented in the company and will actually improve the company? You have to answer this. Maybe the answer is, I don't know. That's fine. Maybe the answer is, it will be commoditized, then it's a red flag. Maybe AI will massively improve your business. Look at Meta platforms and their ads, ad targeting. AI, smarter ads will target better people more efficiently. You will have more ads to the accurate population at a good time. So actually, I can really see how AI will improve Meta platforms really easily. But for other companies, I don't know. For Nike, how will Nike implement AI? I have no clue. All the apparel, footwear equipment, I don't know. So for me, I'm out. For you, it depends. Depends on your circle of competence, right? For some companies, they are implementing AI. And for some companies, they are already monetizing AI and the stocks are going up because the growth is reaccelerating. And now what is interesting is you have some companies that are starting to implement and monetize AI, but nobody believes them. And all the SaaS companies are like this. SaaS companies, software as a service companies. You have Salesforce exactly in this situation. And they can literally implement AI everywhere. But so far, people don't trust Mark Benioff to make a smart decision about AI, and maybe they don't believe in the reacceleration thesis. Now I'm going back to point number 1. Is Salesforce inside your circle of competence? If it is, you should be able to see a path to monetization or not. You can judge. And if you have no opinion, that's fine. You will have thousands of other stocks in the stock market. But it all relies on this circle of competence. You have some stocks right now that have crashed a lot, more than 50%, 60%. If you know what you're buying, if you stay inside your circle of competence, some stocks will be down a lot. And that will be a sweet spot for you. Because as the market thinks these stocks are bad and just selling them again and again and again, you can seize the opportunity and find some good arbitrage plays, find some good value plays that are hated at the moment and will benefit from this AI implementation. So check the valuation, check if you really understand the business model, and check the implementation of AI. These are the elements that will make you outperform the market in 2026. If you like this content and you want to go deeper, I have a coaching program. In this program, you will learn the strategy I use to outperform the market. You will learn how to find winning opportunities. You will learn how to properly value stocks, when to buy, when to sell, so that you can build a strong portfolio with great companies. Additionally, inside the program, you will have access to an exclusive community of like-minded investors, and you will also have access to my personalized guidance to reach your investing goals. Click the first link in the description to get more information. You will get a short video that explains how everything works, completely for free. No need for your email address, just click the first link in the description and I'll see you on the other side.